Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be filming this look. It's kind of like a ice blue mint look. I'm not exactly sure. But this wasn't the look I don't know, like this was not really the color I was going for, but this is what we came out with. This is the finished product of it. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep watching. Yeah, and then I'll list all of the products in the description, even though I'll show them to you throughout the video. The ColourPop brow pencil in black to fill in my eyebrows. I also use the Morphe brow gel to like brush them up and put them in place before I fill them in. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just filling them in really quick.
Question, tell me what you think about me. I buy my own diamonds and I buy my own rings. Only ring no Sally when I'm feeling lonely. When it's all over, please get up and leave. Question.
So throughout the video, you see some clips are sped up and some are not, and that's because I want you to be able to see what I'm doing. So here, these clips are not sped up, but this one is. So I just want you guys to see like how I fill my brows in the short strokes, but then I speed it up so we can get through the video a little faster because I didn't want this to be too long. Yeah. So next up here, I'm going to carve out my eyebrows that I just filled in with the P. Louise base in River 5. I like to do this to give that highlighted effect right under my eyes, and to use the eyeshadow base to prime down on my eye to lay down any powder eyeshadows that I'm going to use to create the look. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm using a remaining base that I used under my eye to stipple it onto my actual eyelid before I start laying down any eyeshadow colors to give me a more pigmented effect and to get the true color of each eyeshadow.
Bragging on that cash that he gave you as a front. If you're gonna brag, make sure it's your money you fund. Depend on no one else to give you what you want. The shoes on my feet, the clothes I'm wearing, the rock I'm rocking.
For this putty primer and priming my skin, I like to do this before I do my eyeshadow look so that way the primer gets a chance to sit and seep into my pores, and then I'm going to set it with the Morphe mattifying setting primer, and then I'm going to press that in with the powder so I don't have any droplets from that setting spray, because the spray kind of leaves a white residue, but you want to press that into the skin so it doesn't do that. I sprayed the mattifying setting mist on, and then I used a sponge to set and push all of that product in, so that way it really locks in the product to my skin and it doesn't allow me to get as oily as I normally would as fast. So here I'm taking the Jaclyn Hill X Morphe palette, the original one, and I'm going in with the shade Jada, which I listed a little bit later on screen, and I'm going to put that all in my crease just to create the first dimension of the look. Just stippling that in and not really using too many like blending, but like more patting motions to build up the color in the crease, so that way it really shines through once I deepen the crease and add dimension to it. Taking the Magic palette by Juvia's Place, and I'm using the color Ife, and I'm putting that in my crease to deepen it up and give a little more dimension to the eye look. So that's what you'll see me doing here, first in slow motion on my right eye, and then you'll see me doing it in a fast paced motion because I sped that clip up on the left eye. I'm still using the patting technique to pat the product in instead of windshield wiper motions, so that way the color doesn't get lost or blend in too much with the original color that we put down from that Morphe palette. Going with the Morphe Artistry palette, which came out around Pride time, and I'm using the colors Nature and Art to give that like green smoked out version and kind of blend out the harsh lines from the crease colors. When you really see me going in and using the windshield wiper motions to buff it out, that's just giving us a better blended effect rather than the patting motion, because it creates that harsh line. We want to give it a seamless blend, so that's why I'm using pat plus blend depending on what shadows and like where I'm placing the shadows on my eye. 5 years of dating, tired of being patient. What the fuck you waiting for? Yeah, it's a lot of niggas hate, and I don't entertain them. Damn, you gotta give me more. So here I'm going in with the Beauty Creations eyeshadow primer, and I'm using the color Fresh Aqua, and I got it on my lashes, so don't mind me. But here I'm going to use this to cut my crease, and if you have falsies or like lash extensions like I do, the trick is to hold your eyelashes down and then work around it and then try to fill in as much as you can, so that way you don't get the product on your lashes. So here I'm going back in with the Morphe Artistry palette, and I'm using the color Make Magic to set that primer on my eye. It was kind of the same shade with a shimmery undertone, so I really like that. So I use that as the actual shadow and not just the primer after I cut the crease.
Did I ever ask you to take me to go shopping in Paris or standing overseas and just straight in Gucci? No, all I ever asked was you to pick up the phone when you alone. All I ever asked was you to show me some love, kisses and hugs. No, I never had an issue. Go to the club with your boys, baby. I never wanted you to stay. I just wanted you to show me up. So won't you say my name, say my name? You claim you want me, it ain't no plan. You acting kinda shady. You ain't been calling me baby.
And here I'm using the same colors that I used in my crease and on my brow bone to blend into that area where I cut my crease. So you can see I'm just kind of deepening it up and giving it dimension.
You ain't been calling me baby. Boy, you can go stop playing games.
I blew your mind, honey. Say it one time, honey. Stick it in back, tell them goodbye. Get in my ride, I wanna come back. I wanna just listen, get in your vibe. Get in your feelings, get in your feelings. None of your business. I wanna get kids, I wanna get with you. I wanna get them out of the picture.
So now for the face, I'm going in with the NARS Sheer Glow foundation in Caledonia. I feel like this foundation matches my skin so perfectly, like chef's kiss. So I don't like that this foundation doesn't have a pump or anything, so I have to spread it on my hand. And I'm just going in with a flat foundation brush and blending everything in. I'm looking at it here and it's giving me a little bit of red undertones, and maybe because I'm a little pale because it's winter, girl, and it's cold. So that's probably why, but as you can see, it like matches nice with my chest, which is why I like it. So this is kind of my go-to foundation. If I'm trying to go for like a really nice glam look, I'm gonna go for this. As you guys know, the girls have been going crazy with the concealer and all the new concealer trends. So here I'm going in with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Chai. I thought it was a very beautiful match for me, concealer wise. It brought back some of the yellow undertones that I lost in the foundation. And then I'm going to go in with a second concealer. As you'll see later, it's the Il Makiage concealer in the shade 14.5. And I use that because it's a lighter concealer, so it gives me a lighter blend. The only thing I do wish I did differently here was actually blend out this concealer and then put on the Il Makiage after, because the combination of them together like this, how you'll see it in the video, gave me too light of an under eye, and I didn't really like that. So next time I know that I'll do one, blend it out, and then I'll do the other on top and try not to move the product around as much. I also learned that tip somewhere on TikTok. So just like here, you see that I didn't blend out the original concealer and I kind of just put that in the middle. Once I blend this out all over the face, it makes me look ghostly. So that's something that I will change, and I like to go in with this Morphe 173 brush to blend out all of my concealers. And I'm doing my eyebrows and everywhere else first, and I'm letting the concealer under my eyes sit so I'll have a fuller coverage.
I depend on me.
So you guys will see me talking a lot in this video, and I wanted this to be a chit chat story time. Then I realized I was listening to music in the background, but I was also doing an Instagram live, and then I was on FaceTime. So that's why I'm talking. Just ignore me. I will do a story time video sometime soon. I planned on making this one, but then I didn't want to get demonetized or have the video taken down. So bear with me. Also, I'm dancing because I'm listening to soca probably, or just music in general, which this is what it looks like when I'm getting ready 10 times out of 10. So this is just the real me. It's authentic.
If you're gonna brag, make sure it's your money you fund. Depend on no one else to give you what you want. The shoes on my feet, the clothes
cream contour, I'm going in with the e.l.f. 16-hour Camo Concealer in Rich Ebony, and I'm just placing that in all the places where I want to give my face a little lift and bring back some color. So you'll see where I place it and how I place it throughout the video.
We'll break these people off, angel style.
Entire face that I use concealer with the Fenty Beauty Hazelnut Setting Powder. I'm just setting that in all the places that you see me apply concealer, and then I use something else to set the rest of my face, but you'll just see that I'm pressing it in and then I'm letting it bake for a little bit. My bronzer with the Fenty Beauty bronzer in Mocha and I just go in and set all of my concealer and then bronze up the face a little bit more with a powder bronzer. Here you'll just see me brushing away all of the excess powder that I used to set, so you won't see it as such harsh yellow on the skin. I'm just dusting that away, and the reason I use such a light powder is that I want it to give me that more brightening effect, but I realized that I don't like how it looks, but that's because of the concealer, not the powder. So here I'm using the NYX Sweet Cheek blush in Baby Doll, and I'm just using that as a cream blush. So I'm going to put on a lot, because once I use the brush, it's going to pick up a lot of the product anyway, and then I'm going to set that with the Laura Geller Big Beauty blush in Maui. And then that's going to bring back some color and give me that youthful rosy look.
Overseas and just straight in Gucci, no. All I ever asked was you to pick up the phone when you alone. All I ever asked was you to show me some love, kisses and hugs. No, I never had an issue, go to the club with your boys, baby. I never wanted you to stay, but I just wanted you to show me up. So won't you say my name, say my name. If you claim you want me, it ain't no plan. You acting kinda shady. You ain't been calling me baby. Boy, you can go stop playing games, playing games. So won't you say my name, say my name. If
touches, and I'm doing my under eye with the same colors that I used in my crease. And I'm just trying to get it all up in the under eye and darken it as much as possible. I didn't include my lip combo in here, but it was the ColourPop Pitch lip liner with ColourPop So Juicy gloss. My pitch did finish, which is why I didn't include it, because it finished literally midway through the lip look. So yeah, if you have any questions or want the exact gloss that it was, linked in the description, I will do that. Also, the lip liner that I did use for this look is discontinued, so I would go for like BFF4 if you're gonna get it from ColourPop.
So won't you say my name, say my name? If you claim you want me, it ain't no plan. You acting kinda shady. You ain't been calling me baby.
Here's the finished product. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, continue to follow my journey here on YouTube. You can follow me on Instagram at shyk_. And you guys should subscribe and like this video and leave any comments or any color suggestions down below.